We will keep across the rest of that news conference for you. So, breaking stories already early on this hour here on Total Football. And here's another one for you.
Well, Mikel, I guess you've been through every possible emotion today. Right now, is it a feeling only football can give you?
Yeah, pride, and I think fully deserves the win. I think the way we played, the way we performed, the way we competed, I mean, the chance that we generated, I think we fully deserve to win the game. We did it in a very dramatic manner at the end, but so happy and so proud for the team.
You said something before the game about scars making a team. Did it feel like all those heartbreaking moments that you've had here were kind of poured into, well, the whole game, but particularly the last few minutes?
100%, and that's how you get to a different level. But going through those moments and taking the learnings and the experiences from it, and we discussed that in the game, and it's a massive opportunity now to make a statement and to prove to everybody and ourselves the team that we are, and we certainly did with the performance, and thankfully with the results as well at the end.
So is that what that was, a statement?
Well, and for ourselves, yes, just to prove, because it's a terrific team. It's so difficult to play against, and we already played at Old Trafford, we played at Anfield, we played Man City, we already played here very early in the season, and again, the level of consistency and quality we showed in the performance today was top.
Do you think maybe this is an external thing? It almost puts a different perspective on the start, because now you're right there, as you said, you've been some really tough places, and won at a couple of them.
Yeah, we won, and the one that we lost, we won with a terrific free kick, you know. But again, I think the way we played, the courage, the determination, the intelligence, and the quality that we showed today against this team, it was very difficult to do.
So do you think, is there almost an element for the players of proving something to themselves a little bit?
Yeah, that we want to achieve that next level, and to achieve that next level, you have to come to these places with a lot of at stake, and when there are certain results yesterday, and you want to get back into it and show that conviction, that desire to get it done.
So does the Liverpool defeat yesterday, it feels like almost more of an end of season question, but do you think the whole weekend actually is big?
It's the opportunities. There are opportunities in the season, there are moments in the season, you have to come to this place and you have to win, and you have to find a way to do it, and again, the impact of the players coming in, it was tremendous, all of them.
Yeah, so just tell us about the attacking changes you made, Mikel. I'm not sure how much handbrake chat there'll be after this game, but putting Mourinho on, Martinelli, Odegaard, not giving up.
Yeah, everything that we have to throw everything that we had, because we were there and we needed just, I think Pop was exceptional. I think some of the saves that he's made, wow. Fair play to him, but we insisted, we believe, we maintain our composure against a team that is very good at managing the results as well, and I think we fully deserve to win it.
Should we do a quick...
He'll say, Mikel Arteta, that this was a game in which he could do that he was able to take the handbrake off, which clearly is not an expression he particularly likes. But, you know, he'll say that he can do because he's coming here and he feels that they've got a chance, and that maybe he can't do it against Manchester City or Liverpool. Is that right? Or can Arsenal now be a bit more attacking in their approach going forward?
And I think it was purely based on the midfield. You know, it was picking Marino or Eze last week. I think a lot of the fans would like to see Eze start. He went with Marino today, and Marino ends up the important player when he gets you the equaliser. So it goes either way. And I think today, Eze shows that you can trust him in these big games. You know, he showed if you play him in the midfield position where he's one of the three, he can get on the ball, he can make things happen. Certainly first half, he was the most creative influence on the game. You know, he looked classy when he got it, made things happen. So I don't think there's a problem in that respect. But you can mix it up for certain games. But I felt that going the way they did against Liverpool, going the way they did against Man City both times, when you've got an Eze in there, I think it was right to utilise him and play in that central position. But you know what, he'll be delighted. But saying all of that, and yes, they deserved it. Like Les said, the goalkeeper has a massive influence on that. If he just takes a breath, goes down, buys a few seconds, they don't end up winning the game. And they were, in the end, they were creators of their own downfall.
Half their goals this season, Arsenal, half of their 12 goals have come from corners. Is that a problem? Or do you look at the overall stats from this game and think, do you know what, they're creating loads of chances from open play. They are having those opportunities, and if they rely on corners at times, then so what? It's a valid way to get results in games.
Yeah, they're having opportunities, they're making opportunities in the game, and I think this is why we're talking. When we look at this Arsenal team, you look, if they play on the front foot, you think they're going to create chances, they're going to score goals, but everyone's got set piece coaches now, and that's for a reason. That's for a reason, because you know you're going to get free kicks, you're going to get corners, and you might need to do something a bit different to score a goal from one of these set pieces. So if it weren't that important, why would you have set piece goals?
And that's the thing. It's been really important this year. I think Arne Slot talked about it yesterday and said that it's becoming more and more important. It's never had an impact in the game, but it's becoming increasingly important. And that's borne out by the numbers. 28% of the goals this season have been scored from set pieces, which is an increase
Corners,
of 33%.
Not just that, throw-ins. You see what happens, and you see sides that you never believe will be taking long throw-ins. They're utilising it. If you've got a good long throw, it makes it so difficult to defend against. Brentford obviously get labelled a bit the most, but everyone else is doing it. You only got to look at the leagues this weekend. You looked at all the goals yesterday. Not all, got lots of goals yesterday. A lot of them come from throw-ins, but set pieces, you've got to be good in both boxes. Arsenal weren't so good at their own defence, obviously, when they get caught with a set piece, but they score the 2 vital goals from set pieces. It's the part of the game now. You can't deny it. But I do see a shift in the game. I see a lot more long passes now. I see teams that's going back to front a little bit quicker. If you've got a good centre forward that wants to run in behind with defences squeezing up so much, there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't mean you're a long ball team or that just means you're using your football intelligence to beat the other side. I think for so long the game has been out playing out from the back. It's become easy to defend against. Now you look at Man City, how they're starting to improve, and not improve, but how they're starting to almost change and evolve to a certain extent by being more direct, by working teams. When you've got somebody that can kick it well, you use it.
As someone who was so effective, as Jamie said, in set pieces, one of the best headers of the ball in the game, from a defensive point of view, how difficult is it to defend? Is that one of the reasons why set pieces are being used so much by teams? Because it's really difficult, if you get them right, to defend against them.
And we saw a couple of them today.
Yeah.
If you when we talked about the short corners coming in, if you get your movement right and you get a run on the defender, it's very, very difficult for him to stop that run and for you to not get ahead on that ball. We looked at probably the last couple of seasons and full headings going out.
Jamie Redknapp, Rio Ferdinand, and Mikel Arteta were left fuming after Arsenal's dramatic clash with Newcastle took a controversial turn when a late Gunners penalty was overturned. What looked like a golden chance for Arsenal sparked heated debate in the studio and on the touchline, as Redknapp and Ferdinand slammed the decision, while Arteta's frustration boiled over. The incident has ignited fierce discussion among fans and pundits alike, with many insisting Arsenal were robbed of a decisive moment in a high-stakes Premier League battle.